Welcome to my wig fashion fiesta. Today we're going to go a little off track. I'm going to be answering your questions, being that I'm in my 70s. Many of you have reached out to me asking, what do you do? What kind of facial makeup and things do you use? What are your facial creams? And also, what's most important, many of you are wise enough to ask me, what are your patterns of eating? What kind of foods do you eat? What is your diet like? What's going on? So I'm going to share with you in this video. Again, it's not about wigs, so if that's what you're here for, sorry. Hopefully you'll watch my next video. But today I'm going to get into my experience, my wisdom of how it applies to me. Now, a disclaimer, we're all unique, we're all different. So what I have chosen to do and what I have learned may not work for you. So you need to always consult your own personal physician or naturopath. But let's begin the journey together. Let's begin. The focus today, though, is going to be strictly on my diet as well as exercise. When it comes to skincare, I really will give a full interview on what I'm currently using, which I find is really quite transformative. I'm beginning to notice a difference now in the last few months. But let's get back to the focus for today. When it comes to diet, do I fall off the wagon? Of course, I'm human. I love carrot cake. I love my Malbec, so I do have my wine. Every night? No, not every night, but a couple of times maybe during the week. And always when I go out to dinner with friends, I'll have at least one. Never more than 2 glasses, actually. Now when it comes to my diet, bottom line, I try to eat anything that man has not touched, particularly when you're in the U.S. Now, when I travel to Europe, particularly the Amalfi Coast and to Italy, I eat everything. I eat everything because their pasta is not corn-based flour, which it is in the U.S. We go into grocery stores, they have these Italian names on this supposedly pasta that we're buying, and it's all corn-based. That's a very high carbohydrate. For some reason, your systems can't break it down as well as the way they do in Europe, particularly France and Italy. But I digress. Back to the reality of living in America. So I really stay in the vegetable and fruit aisles. I eat a ton of fruit, raspberries, blueberries, boysenberries, always organic. But even when I come home, even the arugula and the spinach organic, I still wash it. I wash it in, it's a pure baking soda that you can actually order on Amazon, not the Arm & Hammer, but a pure baking soda that I soak them in just for a few minutes, rinse, and it will totally destroy any kind of bacteria, particularly salmonella, that tends to creep in due to the processing of just putting that organic lettuce into the containers. So I'm very careful about when I buy fruits and vegetables. Always organic, but I still always wash them properly. Now, that's basically what I eat. Do I eat meat? Not really. Occasionally, I might get a chicken, and I'm going to tell you why. Because my dog loves chicken. He goes crazy for the chicken. Yes, he has a little diarrhea, but he just freaks out. Because when I come in from the grocery store carrying the bags, he's jumping up and down, up and down, up and down, thinking that perhaps I have chicken for him. And when I don't, he just looks so sad. So yes, I occasionally will buy, but it's a fresh cooked chicken from the grocery store in the deli section that they themselves freshly cooked, brought out, and I'll have a bite or two of a drumstick. But you know, it's just, I just don't enjoy it. But I do occasionally have that. Now, when it comes to my B12, because that's the one thing you have to kind of balance, being concerned about it. And at one time I did go to my doctor to actually get the B12 injections because I was low in B12, but I don't have to do it that often. And very quickly, my B12 levels get back up to normal. But that's the one thing you should be kind of mindful of. And I'm not saying you shouldn't eat meat. I'm just saying be very mindful that it is organic, it is from grass-fed cows, and that it is from a reputable company, preferably someone local and not some national organic company. But the more man is involved in anything, the more it gets corrupted. Everything, every subject you can imagine. But that's basically bottom line as far as what I eat. Now, when it comes to exercise, I know I should be lifting weights. I do take collagen, but that took me 2 years of investigation to finally figure out which collagen where. And in my next video, when I get into the skincare, it's the same company that makes this liquid collagen, which with my research, it is organic, it is a liquid form, but it's not the bone broth, it's not all these derived from a cow, no matter how wonderful the cow is. I just didn't want to be using that as my collagen. Again, I'll share that. But with exercise, no, I don't lift weights, but I do have a little bit of this, but that's basically from my swimming, I think, because I swim almost every day. Not every day, but at least 5 times a week. I do swim for a full hour nonstop. Very easy, breaststroke, backstroke, side stroke, occasionally, over. I wear contact lenses, so I don't like to get my face wet, and I don't like to wear goggles. But there are some days where I do, and I can really kind of get into the regular swim stroke. But I'm lazy, so most of the time it's just the easy breezy stroke. But it is for an hour, and I do feel the acuity of my sight is better. My brain works better. I'm thinking, and I just feel good. Now, obviously, because blood got to every single cell in my body, and that's why exercise is critical. And then also, I want to share with you intermittent fasting. I don't purposely do it, but it was like this. When I retired, I immediately had like oatmeal and organic blueberries in the morning for breakfast. I was into the pattern of eating 3 meals a day and maybe snacks in between. But I said, no, I don't have to work. I'm going to listen to my body. And basically my body, now I'm in my 70s now, my body is not hungry until around 2 in the afternoon. So I literally eat my one, and it's only one meal. And it could be arugula, pico de gallo, spinach, hummus. I love avocados, on a piece of toast, for goodness sakes. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. And I'm full. I'm literally full. And later at night, not every night, I'll have a Malbec. I love my red wine. And occasionally an olive, or occasionally maybe a piece of French brie cheese, but not really that often. So bottom line is I tend to listen to my body as far as when I'm hungry. Now, if I'm hungry, say before 2 o'clock, early in the morning, I'll take something. I'll eat something. I listen to my body. And that's what I think you all should try to get in the habit of listening to your body, and don't eat unless you're hungry. Don't eat because it's a pattern. And I think we get into a pattern when we're younger because we probably are hungrier then. But when you start to get older, you find that your appetite is so much less. And I think this is the way the body is trying to heal itself, because it is a challenge. You are getting older. The body is degrading. That's just life. And it's kind of, I think, nature's way of trying to preserve you to stay healthy until your very last breath. Share with me if this has helped you. Share with me your experience, because after all, we're a network of women helping each other, one person at a time. Stay tuned for my next channel, my next discussion on the skincare that I have found to be revolutionary. It's new to our country, but I will share with you. Have a great day.